Look around the room you're in right now. The colors, you can see the walls, your screen, the packaging on the desk, the clothes you chose this morning. You probably think you picked them, or that they're just there, neutral, meaningless. They're not, because color isn't just something you see. Color is something that acts on you, quietly, constantly, underneath your awareness. Certain colors can change how hungry you feel, how fast your heart beats, whether you trust a stranger, and whether you reach for one product on a shelf instead of the one right next to it. And the strangest part is that you almost never notice it happening. You think you're making free choices. Often, the color decided first. So let's pull back the curtain on how. Color quietly controls you, and it's not one trick. It's a whole system. Let's start with the most powerful color of all, red. Red does something to your body that you cannot consciously switch off. When you see a strong, saturated red, your body responds as if something important is happening. Studies have found that exposure to red can slightly raise your heart rate and heighten your sense of alertness. This isn't a modern invention, it's ancient. For your distant ancestors, red meant things that mattered for survival. Blood, ripe fruit, fire, danger. A brain that paid extra attention to red had an edge. So evolution wired red straight into your alarm system. And this is exactly why red is everywhere. You're meant to act fast. Stop signs, warning labels, sale banners screaming at you to buy now. That urgency you feel, it's not a coincidence. Someone chose red because red makes you feel like the clock is ticking. But red has a second secret, and this one hits you in the stomach. Red, orange, and yellow are strongly linked to appetite. They actually stimulate hunger. Now think about the logos of the biggest fast food brands on the planet. Picture them. Almost all of them are drenched in red and yellow. That is not an accident. That color combination has a nickname in the design world, the ketchup and mustard effect. Those brands are quietly reaching past your willpower and flipping a switch marked hungry before youth. Even read the menu. Now let's flip to the opposite end, blue. If red is your accelerator, blue is your brake. When people are surrounded by blue, they tend to feel calmer. Heart rate can settle. The mind eases. Blue is the color of clear skies and deep, calm water, signals of safety and stability that run deep in the human mind. And this is why blue quietly dominates a very specific part of your world. Look at the logos of banks, tech giants, social apps, hospitals. An overwhelming number of them are blue because blue whispers one word to your subconscious: trust. When a company wants you to believe it is stable, safe, and reliable, it reaches for blue. You feel that trust without ever knowing you. We're nudged into it. But blue has a bizarre hidden power too. It kills your appetite. Blue is extremely rare in natural food. There are almost no blue foods in nature, and for millions of years, blue on food often meant spoiled, moldy, or poisonous. So your brain built in a quiet rule: be suspicious of blue food. Some people trying to eat less have used this deliberately, eating from blue plates or under blue light, and found their appetite dropped. The same color that makes a bank feel trustworthy can make a meal feel slightly wrong, and it goes further than red and blue. Yellow is the most visible color to the human eye, which is why it grabs your attention faster than almost anything. Taxis, warning signs, the highlighter you reach for. Green sits at the calm center of your vision, the easiest color for your eyes to process, which is why it feels restful and natural, and why green has become the color of health and permission. The green light, the green check mark, the all clear. Even the color of a pill can change how well it seems to work. Studies on the placebo effect have found that warm-colored pills are often perceived as stronger stimulants, while cool-colored pills feel more like calming sedatives. even when every pill is identical inside. So here's the question that should be a little unsettling. If color can nudge your heart rate, your hunger, your trust, and even how a medicine feels, how much of what you think is your own free choice is actually being quietly steered? Now, an honest note, because it matters. A lot of pop culture massively overstates this. Color won't hypnotize you. It won't force you to do anything. The effects are real, but usually subtle, and they depend heavily on context and culture. Red means luck and celebration in some cultures, and danger in others. Anyone who tells you a single color will instantly transform your mood or double your sales is selling something. The truth is quieter and more interesting. Color is one gentle hand among many on the wheel, not steering the whole car but nudging constantly in ways you rarely catch. So the next time you feel a sudden pull toward a product, a strange spike of urgency at a red banner, an odd sense of trust in a company you've never used, or a wave of hunger walking past a red and yellow sign, pause for just a second. Ask yourself who really made that choice, because your eyes took in the color long. Before your conscious mind had any say, you spend your whole life thinking you see color. But the truth is, in 1,000 small ways every day, color sees you coming.